Okay, we're recording. So you guys can hear me, right? Okay. So let me move this here. Okay. So let's wait a moment so she can grab a pen and paper. You should be taking notes too, my friend. You could take notes in my notebook. Jen, since your face is frozen, just let us know when you're back.
Over here?
Sure. Do you have pen and paper, Danielle? Good girl. And what we go over today, this is what I think you should be doing every day. So, I mean, to me, this is the most effective way to get things done without wasting your time. Because I know a lot of us feel like we're on our phone the whole day. We're wasting time away, but nothing is really getting done. I am like number one at this because I like to scroll. Like I'm inviting and all of a sudden I see this really funny video of a dog running into a fence, something stupid. And then it shows the next video and then I'm like, wow. And I'm just there laughing by myself. And then I look at the time and I'm like, what the? So this is really helpful. And I'm doing it right now by just talking. So you see how easy it is to get off of that? Okay. So I'm waiting for Chris to come back. Chris, you could just take notes. Okay, so the first thing I do every time I come in is I basically log into my Coach Online office. That's the number one thing. And then I check the breaking news because there's sometimes like it talks about sales. It talks about, for example, Team Cups happening right now. There's a big Team Beachbody bet thing happening next month. Anything important is there. But when you're checking your Coach Online office, you want to see if you have any new coaches, if you have new customers. If someone told you they were going to sign up, you want to make sure they're showing up because otherwise, if they don't, they could have signed up accidentally with someone else. So you would want to just talk to Coach Relations really quick to get it corrected. Basically, you just check everything, make sure everything's fine. Especially this is most important like on Wednesdays because, you know, Thursdays are payday and it's the end of the week on Wednesday. So you just want to make sure everything comes in, just especially if you have a rank advancement that you're trying to get. Another thing you check is you go to, let me do it. That way I'm telling you the exact right steps. You go to your Coach Online office, you click on My Business, then you go to My Downline, and then Sponsorship Drill Down. So if you're expecting yourself to be diamond, you would look and count. The top is usually the left coaches, and you would count all your left coaches, make sure there's 4. All your right, make sure there's 4, and they're active. And then you would make sure 2 of them, well, 1 on each is an emerald. If everyone looks okay, active, you're good. If you see red saying inactive, and you don't have anyone else to replace them, you better invite someone to sign up or talk to them and see what's happening. Why are they red? Maybe they forgot to order their Shakeology. Whatever it is, just try to get it so that they're active. If it's gray, that means they're already inactive. So basically, it's just like housekeeping. You do that 5 minutes max. Just check on everything. Second thing you're going to do is if you have new coaches or customers, email them. I already posted in our page what I send everyone. Jenny, I think I sent it to you today. I basically send a PDF that I made. I made it really easily on Canva. You could use mine and just one day when you have extra time, just make up your own. Update your challenge groups. That's the first thing. If you have a challenge group open, update all your challenge groups, comment, post in groups that you're a part of as well. Make sure you're going back and not only just putting the post of the day, but like every single person in your challenge group's post and comment back to every single person because people like to feel acknowledged that you see them. And if you see someone kicking butt, like let them know that you see them doing amazing work because sometimes that's all we need to be able to keep going. So just make sure you're encouraging everyone and just pushing everyone because in order to succeed, some people need recognition. I know I feel good when someone tells me, oh my God, you're kicking ass, keep going, you know what I mean? So make sure to do that. Also comment and like on anything that happened overnight as well. Sometimes people do the challenges late. So just go back to anything overnight. Then if you see someone who's been kind of absent, haven't been posting, you could either message them. So let's say you had this girl that was so stoked to lose weight and she doesn't participate at all in the challenge group. Send them a message to say, hey, how are you doing? And I haven't seen your name popping up in the group. I was wondering if you needed help. Did you have any questions? Sometimes it's just someone who's really shy and doesn't like to participate, and they'll be like, no, I'm doing really well. It's helping me to motivate. Cool. Sometimes it's someone who's like, I'm struggling. I ate a cake, then a whole cake, and then it led to a pizza, and then this. They need you to shake them and get them back on track. Because if not, they're going to just keep going, on their way, and then they're going to be unhappy. So you're their coach. So be there to help them. I know this seems like it's not going to push your business forward, but trust me, when you build trust in relationships, it will. So once you're done encouraging everyone and finishing with like your daily, not boring tasks, but the part that's pretty much the same exact thing every single day, then you're going to move on to your value adding stuff. So you're going to friend request, 3 to 5 people. The way you do this is you can go to a friend's page, look at people to see if you have any mutual friends, but actually check out their page. See if they like kickboxing. You love kickboxing. They love Disney. I love Disney. You know what I mean? And see if you have some connections, and then just add them. After you add 3 to 5, but just do it mindlessly. Just add 3 to 5. Don't do too many, because then you could go to Facebook jail. So just add a few. Then the next thing you're going to do is add value. So go to a friend's page you haven't talked to that you want to sign up, but because you truly feel like it could be something to help them, not just to help your cause. Remember, it's all about the person. You go to their page and you write a comment, like if they have a picture of their baby, oh my goodness, your child is so beautiful, they look just like you, how are you doing? Write something that you would love to be written on your page. Like if someone wrote a comment on your page and it stood out because it was something nice, write what you would like to be told to you. You know how everyone just says LOL, and then there's that one person who always writes these beautiful comments and these things that are so sweet. Be that person for someone else, because you never know what state of mind they're in, and it can really make an impact on them. And like a couple of pictures, do a nice comment here or there, and do that for 3 to 5 people. Next, this is the one that a lot of people don't like to do, is invite. When I say invite, I don't mean a big invite post, which those are great, but I mean to actually send a message to 3 to 5 people. This is probably the hardest part for a lot of people, me included. I decided to make it easier for myself. This is what I do. It's not a script. Like, I don't use the same exact thing for every single person, but I kind of, after doing it so many times, I kind of made something that works the best for me. So I would say I have a part that basically is the invite, and I would paste it into three message boxes, if you will. Message chats, whatever, you guys get me. I would do it into 3, but I wouldn't send them yet. Then in the top of it, I say, hey, last time we talked, this room, how are you? How are the kids? Whatever it may be, something to connect with them, and then I do the invite. And I send all of them. And I don't wait there and look at them. I send them all. If they're answering, I don't care. I do 3 or 5 of them, or 10 or 15 or 30, whatever it may be. And I send them. And then I move on to the next part of my power hour. And I forgot to mention, this is really bad. So each of these steps that I said before should take no more than 5 minutes. I give myself 10 minutes for the actual connection part of leaving comments, and then I give myself 15 minutes for the invites. When it comes, 10 minutes for the invites. After I send all those invites, if let's say I only got to 7 and I still have 3 minutes, I'll keep going until those 10 minutes are up. And I like to put little alarms on the phone. I don't know if you guys have that, but it really helps. You can do it on your computer or whatnot. Just keep going until the time runs out. When it's done, you move on. That way you feel you're actually getting something done. You just keep going. Once that's done, the time goes off, I start doing my follow-ups. I don't like to follow up with someone I just invited because that's kind of weird. I would just follow up with people that either they were interested and we had conversations and it kind of fell off, or I invited them 3 months ago and they were so excited and then they're not, or they ghosted completely on me. And I call them out. I know it sounds crazy. It's really bold, but I call them out. I'll be like, listen. And I kind of tweaked this a little bit after listening to that call with Trey with Becca. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he kicks ass. So he's really bold. So I'm really inspired by that. So what I've been doing lately is if someone told me they were so ready, they need a change in their life, they have to lose the weight. How many people tell you that? A lot. They tell you that. And then all of a sudden they ghost on you. So what I've been saying is, hey, Sally, remember when you talked to me? You were so motivated. You were desperate for help. What's changed? And what if they say, oh, I don't know, things got in the way, da, da, da. Then I say, okay, this is exactly what he does. And I did it like 3 times the day after, and it worked. So how much did you weigh 2 months ago? Or if that's a little, weight is kind of a subject that's sticky, you can say, how did you feel 2 months ago? They say, oh, well, I feel like crap. I still feel the same. Okay, how did you feel last month? Oh, it's still the same. How do you feel today? Honestly, I ate pizza, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what you're telling me is what you're doing is not working. I think it's time to move to a plan B. I have a solution for you. Why can't I help you? Where are your concerns? Where are your frustrations? What's stopping you? And usually that's when they tell you their real reason. And it's very bold, but if someone told that to you, wouldn't you, be like, damn, she's right. She's calling me out and I have no excuses for her. It's just me being, me. I'm just making excuses for myself. So I found that really works for people who are super, super, super desperate. And then all of a sudden they're not. That call is amazing. I'll link it in our team page today so that you can rewatch it. And I find that it just makes them reply, and then you see where the reasons are. Another thing you can do is, I do this a lot. If they just never answered, they never said they were interested, but they never answered at all. They kind of just ghosted on you the whole entire time, and you can see that they read it. Be like, hey, I know this is not for everyone, but I'm always looking for referrals or whatever it may be. Or you can say, I'm trying to better myself in this business because this business is based on helping other people financially and physically. So I just wanted to know if there was something I said that offended you or anything that I could improve on. What are your thoughts? Usually they answer right away. Girl, no, it wasn't you. I read it, but I completely forgot to answer. I'm actually really interested. What is this about? And you tell them, or it's just not for me. I'm just not interested in this. You can say, what about it turns you up? You know what I mean? You can make the conversation start going again. Or if they say, I know someone this would help. I'm sorry, this isn't for me. That's awesome. I understand it's not. Thank you for the referral. Whatever. And you just go on. For follow-ups, I like to spend at least 15 minutes just because that's where the conversation starts going. But that's basically all of the, Becca has like proactive and reactive steps. All those steps that I just told you are proactive. I'll post a little image about this, like what steps you should be following. And it'll just make it easier for you. Then after you do all of that, because remember, you're doing all this and just going. You're not replying to anyone who answers you, unless, of course, it's a follow-up and you're having back and forth conversation. After that are your reactive steps. You're going to answer any emails or messages. So if someone sent you a message the day before, this is where I say not being by your phone. You don't have to be by your phone. If someone doesn't hear from you in an hour, they don't think you ignore them. They know you have a life, just like they ignored you the 50 times that you messaged them. Wait till your power hour the next day and do your reactive steps. Or you can even break this up. Some people like to do their proactive stuff in the morning, and then at night they do all their reacting. You can do half hour in the morning, half hour, however you want to do it. So yeah, you just answer everything. Then you check into your team page, see if anyone has questions, answer questions, post insightful things that you found out. Check in message code. You know how sometimes I message you guys and say, what's up, where are you at? Kind of see where everyone is, see if anyone needs help them out. And then at the end of the day, what I like to do is basically plan out my next day. So you know how I said I friend requested certain people or I invited certain people? What I do is I actually go to my friends list on my Facebook page and I click, I think I click recent. I'll tell you exactly what I click. Hold on. Sorry, pulling up my Facebook. I click on friends on the top, and then I click on On the bottom, it says all friends recently added, new posts. I either click on recently added or new posts. So the recently added is where I start writing down names of people that I recently added. I put a list. Those are the people I'm going to start doing the value added connections with the next day. And then I make a list of, I click on the new posts, which is people who have posted recently. That way I can say, oh, I saw your picture yesterday, when I invite them. And I make a list of the people I'm going to talk to. If I do 5 and 5, then those are the 10 people. 5 people I'm doing connections, like, hey, your baby's so cute. How are you doing? We need to catch up. Blah. That's not an invite. It's just a post on her public wall. Then the other 5 are, I think the challenge group would be great for you, yada, yada, yada. When I have names written down in front of me, the next day to do my power hour, to do the proactive steps, it goes by so easily because I know exactly who I'm talking to. I'm not distracted, and I can't, move on until I'm done with those people. It helps so much to have a game plan with names. If you don't have a name, you're kind of like looking, you don't know who you're going to message, and it wastes a lot of time. Second tip, going on with that, I like to also, for challenge groups, especially when I'm really busy, I like to use Sundays because that's like my free day. Sunday nights, I use either Hootsuite or Buffer. It's an online platform, and I basically put in all of my posts for my challenge group on that Sunday, and they automatically post during the week. So if you're someone who has a weird work schedule and forgets to post, you can have that. So that's one less thing you have to do every day. You don't have to worry and come up with the post. You just put everything in, and it does it for you. You can also do this with your like pages. If you have a selfie or a quote that you find, you can do like a motivation Monday. If you find a lot of quotes one Sunday, just knock out a couple of Mondays. Go to Pinterest, get some quotes, take a picture, change your shirt like 10 times, take some selfies with the quote. That way it's, it's the same you in that moment, but no one's going to know because you just put on 3 different shirts. So it's like 3 different posts, and just have it scheduled on your like page. So at least you have content for, I don't know, a month, 2 months. Whenever you have a big block of time that you're not doing anything, like kids in school, for example, and all of a sudden you left work early and you have nothing to do, just go and knock out a few things. And that way, when you are busier, you don't have to worry as much about what you have to post. Another thing I find is sometimes there's those days where you're just inspired and you have so many posts and you're like, I'm not going to have anything tomorrow. I'm at work all day. Just save some of them, schedule them for the next day for your like page. And it helps to have them there. That way you don't have to worry. There's always something being refreshed. Okay, so again, with the planning with the names and everything, I lost my train of thought. Oh dear. Having names, it just makes it easier. But what I wanted to say, another really good tip is, I don't actually do my power hour on my, I have like an iMac desktop. That's what I'm talking to you on right now. I have a work computer, which is right next to it. And then I have a laptop. It's an old school Dell laptop. What are we on? Zoom doesn't even work on that laptop, but I can still open Facebook and everything. So what I did is I downloaded the Kill the News feed, I think it's called. You can just Google it. Application. I don't know what it is. I'm not good with technical stuff. It's just something that goes into your browser, your internet browser. And what it does is it basically gives you your Facebook page. You can see your messages on the right, and you can see like all your pages on the left, but it leaves your newsfeed blank. So when I go in to do my power hour or power half hour, I log into that laptop. That way nothing distracts me. And I just get everything done. And then I could come back to my computer if I'm bored or whatever, and just with all the videos and funny stuff. But then my day's done. And that's basically it. Obviously, your workout, your, congratulating people, because now we have that 4th vital behavior of recognition. But you obviously still have to drink your shake, work out, and get your PD in. But another tip I take is I use my lunch breaks now. I work out, and instead of listening to music, I used to just listen to music when I worked out. I listen to podcasts or audiobooks. That way, instead of spending a half hour for a workout and a half hour for PD, I put it together, and that gives me an extra half hour for my day. It's just a quick tip. It's easy. And it's really motivating sometimes because you're like working out and you're like, oh my God, he's so right. And you go stronger. So it does help. At first it takes a little bit getting used to because music does really pump you up, but it helps me with saving time. So that's basically it. I'm going to stop recording so if you guys have questions, but give me a second.